I've been a proponent of equity in our local government, Anambra South. And you can see in the PDP family, we always come up with a success story anytime there's these elections, because we cooperate. The two clans and the kingdom of which we cooperate. We respect one another. Even when I was the state secretary of the party far back as 2004, 2005, I know we tried so hard to see that there's no division amongst us by sharing things equitably based on mutual respect too, because you know the population of the local government, you know what our Ouagadougou population is, you know what Nsukka population is, you know what our local population is, but within us we know how to handle things that make us be very successful in whatever we are doing. I myself believe in equity. That is why I have been able to fight for or support anybody from the other sister clans like Obolo clan or Nsukka clan. Far back as the time Joe Tommy was the first elected council chairman, late Joe Tommy. Peace be unto him. He was the first elected council chairman. The next person was Joe being from Obolo clan. The next person was from Ouagadougou, that is Dr. Tony Waka. Then after Tony Waka, the next person was Sorogu from Nsukka clan. You can see how it's flowing. And I remember when I was leaving office, before I left office, I had to talk to the press as regards who will succeed me. I said, because I took over from Nsukka, because that is precisely, they call him, that is Romanus Mabogu. You know, he was the one that left office, that I entered. And that as I'm leaving, that definitely is going to Obolo. You can see as I speak today, the chairman of the council is Pastor Jude Chukwuwike from Obolo clan. We have been doing that. You can see that in the last House of Assembly election, myself, spearheaded that Nsukka clan person will go. That's Chikezie, Honorable Chikezie. So you can see this equity is there. And if we want to go extra mile, if we want to talk about the House of Assembly thing, you can see that Angela Waka was able to have the ticket of the PDP after Onyemechi. Right Honorable Joan Onyemechi Chukwuwike, after her tenure, Angela came in there. After the first tenure, she wanted to go back. We said no. We from Ouagadougou. I was at the forefront. Then you can see Pascal. You can see that's Right Honorable Pascal. You can see Chief Zeriwo Jowo, and a lot of us just stepped out to say no, let it go back to Nsukka. And that is where Chikezie emerged to go to the House of Assembly. After serving as a commissioner for 4 years, Chikezie served as a commissioner for 4 years. And this House of Assembly too is going to be 4 years. That's about 8 years for him. So, and we have always tried to manage to distribute positions amongst the two clans and the kingdom. Okay, we can say 3 clans now. So, and I've been at the forefront championing it. And the one of Angela Waka is a living example now. Everybody saw what happened. The towns union met and said they want their own son or daughter. They sent messages to us, they summoned us, I was there. I told them no, that there is a system PDP uses. And the system has said is going to Sukwa. And I have to see that it goes to Sukwa. And remember, I was the council chairman then. I had to use all powers I have to support the candidature of Austin Chikezia. Likewise, other Ogwachukwu sons and daughters supported the Sukwa clan agitation, through which is by now represented by Austin. That is Honorable Austin Chikezia. So we have fought even against our people because we want this equity thing to last. When I came to the council, the first one, it was Nigeria was in serious mess financially. Everybody can remember that the councils were being owed 11 to 12 months salary all through the 3 years. Think of council salary that is almost because you include the one of teachers, that council is in charge of it, almost 100 and something million. Then in a month you receive 15 million. So the thing mounted all over the state. Everybody's aware. That is the council staff are being owed their salaries. Even our governor was trying, managing to be paying the state salaries. That's the state workers. Because Nigeria was in recession, serious recession. So the first tenure was just like, you remember that the governor had to try and pay all the salaries of all the councils in our second tenure, that is 2019. If you understand what I'm saying, 2019. Because we were still owing the salary when we entered the second tenure. But thank God, the salaries were cleared. Now, every little thing I got, I had to be saving it because I know the state I made the council. It's not what it's supposed to be. Look at the face of the council there. You have these big mango trees. You have this earth road with poto water, locked area. That road, nothing to generate funds for the council. Because what sustains a local government is the IGR. That is where you see these Anambra people or these Lagos people. They don't care if there's anything like FAC, Federation, money coming from Federation account. The IGR, internally generated revenue alone, is more than enough to build infrastructure. Ours is, we just depend on them. But every month, if anything comes, no idea. I had to look in what I said. I don't have money this second tenure, but the improvement that came, if I have 7 million, I will say no, let me keep it. If I have this, I'll say no, let me keep it because I want to build. At my level, I cannot leave the council without showing any sign that this type of person was here. What will people say?
This complex that is housing my office was constructed by our present chairman, Chief HON Anwuzia, the executive chairman of Financial South, from foundation to finishing, and is housing majority of the HODs, the nugget chairman, and some other officers. Before now, we are short of offices. Even if as I speak, we are still short of offices. But this has gone a little way to improve the accommodation problem in the local government. Most of us that were not having offices before now, I think we have where we can call our office. When you come to work, you don't have office. How do you treat the files? How do you work? But now we have offices, we can stay and work. But most times you see most of the workers hanging on the corridor because of lack of office facility. Big improvement. You can see to yourself the road. Before now we have flood and erosion and the red soil, but now he attracted the state government and the council road is tarred. The council is wearing a new face now.
Honestly, I have to commend my chairman, Honorable Chief Isaac Anwuzia. He's a man that I respect so much. A man that is hardworking, honest, and intelligent. Most times, he wants to achieve the highest goal. He's a man that comes up and says, this is what he wants. At times, I want to ask him, how do we get the money? He said, never mind, that he worked towards it. And at the end of the day, we'll achieve what he wants. When you look at the environment, you see that this area is swampy. He came up and saw that the staffs are always going out. The staff are always going out to buy food outside. He called me, HOD works, what can we do? But there's no money in the council, but I will squeeze out whatever we have after salary. Go and design what we can give to the staff as a staff canteen. Behold, being a very hardworking man, intelligent man, he pushed and said, I need this thing done. I said, Chairman, okay, no problem. I designed, showed him, he approved it, and we started the job. And this is a staff canteen for Onitsha South local government area. Over 70 capacity, with toilets, with kitchen, and restrooms. This is a chairman I respect so much. Even when I was posted here, when I came, I looked at the environment, it was nothing to write home about. Even when there was no salary, he walked and said, we must build. I said, Chairman, how do you get, even after 1 year, salary is being owed by state government. A year plus, there's no salary. He said he's going to build administrative block. I said, how do you do that? He said he will do that with the savings he had. I said, so we'll do it. And honestly, before we know it, we started in 14 blocks and we'll finish it with a period of 6 months. Everybody was like, where did you get this money from? Most times they don't reach him, they reach me. I said, this is the service of the local government. This, our honorable chairman, he's not using it for his personal use. So everybody was very happy because that was only standing administrative block in the local government council. We left that a lot of project was done. Even the Nabua primary school, he renovated 6 classrooms, both the roof, complete renovation.
In fact, I'm marveled with the kind of developmental stride Chief Anwuzia has given to Onitsha South. In fact, he has given a new face entirely to Onitsha South compared to what Onitsha South capital used to be. If you look at what he has done. In fact, I'm surprised how he's getting money to embark on all these projects, knowing fully well that before now, what we normally hear in council is zero allocation, zero allocation, zero allocation. So I'm marveled. So I want to appreciate what he has done. If you look at this structure, by valuation, it has increased the value of Onitsha South local government. In terms of valuation, it has increased the valuation. It has given light because this place is going to give job opportunities and so many other economic events.
Go and compare all the local governments when we left. It was Onitsha South. When governor came, he was now with microphone, he was saying, Isaac, how did you get this money to build this? Because he knows what is happening all over the state. I said, sir, we have to start. We have to keep every kobo. Think of the event center, how much? That event center. How do we get the money? Think of the, the motor park was a bush. It was a thick forest. this Central Motor Park. I repaired the council bulldozer that was abandoned for 9 years. I repaired it, and it was the bulldozer we used to clear those thick forests there in this present Central Motor Park. Because I was now looking for something that will bring money to the council, and I know I was not going to enjoy it, but the future of the local government is paramount. And you can see, as I was just exiting, was when the governor came to commission all these projects that are bringing money for the council now. That is the event center. That is very fine. The other day we were there when the speaker, Sheriff, came for consultation. You know, we were all in the event center. You can see he has to use my microphone to call me. Say, who built this thing? I said, it's me. I didn't borrow money to build it. I didn't leave any debt when I was living in council. I built that thing, and the thing is number one. Because the money you pay in all these hotels, if you compare it with what you pay here, you take that place. And you can see the atmosphere in GRA with a third road with drainage. I did those things as a council chairman to show a sign of what we expect from our source. Because I felt I was not happy with what I met. And if I had gotten money, think of where Anwuzia would be today. Now some people were saying, he built it in a wash. Which of wash? Anything you build in the council secretary, the headquarters, it's not for wash alone. It's for wash, it's for obolo, it's for sopa. Now, when I finish building it and a wash will go man, who entered there now immediately? Obolo man. The executive chairman is from Obolo. That's Pastor Jude. He's in charge. I'm no more in charge. That event center, that motor park, that canteen, that 14 block, he's in charge. But I have done it because I know we needed it. The road. You can now, you can now go there and say, this is GRA. This is Government Reserve what? Area. That's what that place is. And I'm happy that the people that will succeed me, like Jude, is doing well. We expect when Jude finishes the tenure, any other person will still do well. We want it that way. So I want to correct that impression. Now, when Jude lives there, who is going to enter there? By God's grace. Is it not somebody from Osokwa? That person from Osokwa, will he not be controlling the revenue projects that I built? Me that is from Ogwash, did I enjoy it? As we were living, we were commissioning it. If you remember, we left 7th of January. We commissioned the 29th of December. Within how many days? 8 days for my tenure to be terminated. So I just want our people to be very, very factual in whatever they are saying. I thank God that some of the legacies I left in the security side of the projects are still there. The vigilante commandant is there, Azimo. The Jemiko Nubuluku is there. Then the one of Asukwa clan, they are there. When I came in, there was this serious kidnapping that was going on in our Wachko, heavily. And, you know, everybody looks on the chairman, who is the chief security officer, to do something. I thank God I met my governor. He supported me. That's HE Senator Dr. Ifayato Okowa. my workaholic governor, because all through my tenure, he supported me. He even told me that you have to have a strong vigilante, because the police are being stretched. They cannot meet up the security challenges. So they needed the community police to be involved. And we did everything possible. Set it up. I set it up, inaugurated them, the one of Ogwash, inaugurated the one of Ubulubu, then the one of Osokwa, different ones. And we were having meetings, security meetings, with the DPO, the area command. The records are there. And what happened? The rate of kidnapping immediately dropped. The Fulani herdsmen that were disturbing us dropped. And the security of lives and property was guaranteed, because some of our people, they were coming. Once they come, they go to Asaba Hotel and stay. To tell you how bad it was then. They don't come to Ogwash. They go to Asaba's higher hotel because they are afraid of being kidnapped. You remember that period now? A lot of people were kidnapped. Chedume, Koma, Sabah. You remember? It was very rampant. Even this guy from Lagos, Francis, they were all kidnapped. You know, Ogwash. But when I introduced it, it stopped.
The local government chairman, Right Honorable Isaac Anwuzia, has done more than any other local government chairman I have ever met. I say since then, all the criminal acts or the crime has reduced drastically to its minimal. And he's doing the best. It's as a result of his concern, as a result of his commitment, as a result of his interest in the safety of his people, and as a result of his caring for the security outfit of this locality. About 2-3 years ago, there was rampant kidnap, armed robbery in the locality. But he took the bull on the horn. Firstly, between Ubuluku and the Awashuku Road, he cleared the road shoulders that were bushy, and the hoodlums were hiding under the bush. He used his bulldozer to clear both sides to the boundary and advised and persuaded the Anyocha North local government to do his own side of it, and he did. And then he trained my men, Ubuluku unit. He, in synergy with the DPO of the local government, Anyocha South, Ogwashuku Police Division, they trained Ubuluku Vigilante unit under Delta State Vigilante Group. And not only training, he sponsored the training, food the bill of feeding, the other aspect of it, health, and what have you. He, as you can see my outfit, he bought this uniform for all of us. He has been having series of meetings with us, security meetings, asking us our handicaps, our needs, and he has been doing his best. In fact, I pray God to continue to bless him. As far as safety of his people, that's not just how is concerned, Deltas at large, he has done his best, and even more than his best. I still repeat, I have not seen, or we have not benefited from any other local government chairman apart from him. Quote me anytime, anywhere. I stand to defend it.
We want to commend the council chairman, Honorable Isaac Anwuzia, and the chairman and Anyocha South local government, Delta State. I want to commend him for taking it upon himself to ensure that there is a security of lives and property in Anyocha South. In fact, he does not toy nor play with it. He has this zero tolerance when it comes to security, to crime, you know. And he has been assisting us greatly, you know, in terms of our needs, our basic needs, which we actually need. There was a high rate of crime actually in Ogwashuku. To narrow it down, kidnapping was rampant, you know, robbery, You know, this courtesan matter was on the high side, and of which virtually indigenous of this our community and non-indigenous, they were now afraid to move out and do their normal business, nor even visit Ogwashuku during Christmas or whatever. They are afraid. When they even come, they prefer staying at Asaba rather than coming to their own hometown, their own fatherland. I am commending the council chairman, Honorable Isaac Anwuzia, and his executive. He did a lot. The expansion of Ubuluku down to Obio, he did it because of this kidnapping within Ubuluku Azix. He has to expand it with bulldozer. For days, they were there working 2-4 hours, and we were there to protect those people so that they will not go and attack them. He did the same thing in this Poly Road, down to Asaba Junction, expand the road. Today, Ogwashuku, to some percentage, Ogwashuku is extremely cool and calm. No more kidnapping, the robbery reduced to the barest minimum, courtesan reduced to the barest minimum.
A lot of people might have forgotten now what it used to be, but the truth is bitter. That is the truth. So, I dealt with it not only by setting it up. I released money to the DPOs here to give them full training. And when they were being trained, everybody saw it because they were marching along the whole streets, along the road, crawling, see real training. Both Nsukka people were trained, Obolo people were trained, Ogwashuku people were trained. So if you want to talk of security, I dealt with it. Even I had to set up anti-cult because the killing from the cult aspect of cultism, it was getting out of hand. I set it up, and they were working together. It reduced that problem of cultism. So when you talk of security, I know what we have been able to achieve, and I didn't take it lightly. When I was holding the party positions, that's the ESCO, that was when Adase was there. Right Honorable Adase Mekoma, Amechi, Right Honorable Joanna Amechi, Chukwuweke was there. I saw what they did. Adase tried with the projects he attracted, not to one zone. During his time, there was this polytechnic problem thing. It was during his time that it was established. Polytechnic is for everywhere. It's for everybody. I know that it's very, very beneficial to the immediate surrounding where it is sited. This stadium. Then think of Amechi. General Hospital in Chicago. Many schools, even in Adota, was renovated by her through constituency projects. She, like her, she did empowerment, which is almost synonymous with all the legislative people now, both federal and state. You have to do empowerment. Emetulu is a first timer. Go and see what Emetulu did. And he spread it in Ndokwa West. Now the present speaker, Right Honorable Sheriff Oborowori, was a first timer when he became speaker. He was in the house a year and 7 months when he was made a speaker. First timer. So let's forget about when you are in second timer, you do. No. What you cannot do in first, you cannot do in second. for aspiring to go to the House of Assembly. I think I know what going to the House of Assembly means. If you don't know what it means, you go there, you are not going to do anything. But I know the meaning. Even some of these projects I'm attracted. I'm not in the house from the state. I'm not in the house. This road now, 1.5 kilometers from this place, it's from me. I attracted it. That this Agide said the true road. The council road, I attracted it. I went to appeal to His Excellency. Please, this road is very, very important, sir. And he did it. He granted it. If I'm not close to him, he will not. Now he has already approved another road for me. That is this Agide Agide Road. He has approved it. And they have awarded, they are in the process of awarding it to the same guy, you know, the guy that they boobed down. Because I love the way the man did that job in the council. So I want him to be the one to handle this Agide Road to market. You can see, very important roads, very, very important roads. Council road, this farm road, then this one to market. Agide, it leads to our market, the biggest market we have in Anyocha South. Like you know, the local government is quite different from the state. Lack of funds and your reach at the local government level is minimal. Like the state, where it is big, and the state you go to make laws. The state you have to go there, knowing what the Sokwa people need, knowing what Obolo people need, knowing what Ogwajo people need. You must put it in the budget for it to see the light of the day, because without it being budgeted for, it cannot fly. So I know that things I'm going to deal with are those things that our people need, different clans. The Sokwa, the Obolo, and Ogwajo. I'm going to deal with those things. I'm going to see that before I do anything, I must make sure. I'm going to ask questions from the people. I will do a consensus briefing where our people will tell me exactly what they need, and I will give them advice. Especially, I would like the projects that you will cite that will be very, very beneficial. Even it can generate fund to the community. Like Ashama Ebuduaka Road. That road needs urgent attention. We have to budget for it. Because when you put it in budget, you cannot go to the governor. Say, Your Excellency, please, this road is what connects how many communities, even from Abo. And for the agricultural produce, those are the roads that they move all those goods. And you can see how bad it is. You put all those things in. Then you go to Obolo. There are some roads too you can take and put it in the budget and say, Your Excellency, please do this. I want to be there to count before our people how many projects I was able to execute as a member of the House of Assembly. When given the opportunity, I'm going to make sure that all the three clans are well represented, and they will be happy because of the type of balancing of projects, balancing of empowerment, because definitely I must do empowerment. I would like to be doing empowerment yearly if I have the finance to be doing it. But if I cannot do it yearly, I can do it at least twice before a tenure finishes. I need to put a legacy that people will not forget. Just like what I did, even at that level, at the council, with the minimal finance that was available, I was able to do something that other local governments could not do, which the governor said when he came here. Even this university that are springing up all over, everywhere, that the state government is bringing, look at the Dennis Society, look at Abo. Look at Ozoro. I think that's the University of Technology. Nothing stops me as a legislator from proposing to the state governor. Now, why don't a department be moved from Denis Osadebe in Asaba to Washuku or to Sokwa or to Bolo? That's to anywhere in Anambra South. That will bring development to that community. I will do all those things. And there are other things I will do that I may not be able to say here.